Don't know how I'm gonna do it all. They say that I'm in too deep. If it's another bear market, I won't lose no sleep. I'm pre-rich. I know that one man sold too early for 2 pizza pies. Other man held for 15 years, now his kids are set for life.
Yo, what is good, people? I can't believe the intro actually worked properly this week. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
But welcome
Good
back
intro.
once more. Yeah, fantastic intro. And honestly, this is all I care about every week, just the intro alone. Everything else is kind of like the little extras, but the intro itself is amazing. But welcome back, people, once more. Those on CryptoPumpz channel and of course Quick Crypto channels to Blockchain Banter Internet Speed, episode 7 now, I believe, which is crazy. Been doing this for almost 2 months, and we're going to continue going on with it. This week we have got Izio Dev, and we also have got Felix from Kurncy. It's going to be a very interesting, action-packed stream this week, going through some of the kind of inner workings of core, effectively. That's what Izio has been working on, and also the utility aspect with Kurncy as well. So got to lock in, people. It's going to be a crazy stream. Of course, we've got CryptoPumpz here with myself as well, as always, beautiful man. To get straight into it, I think no better place to start than just getting into introductions. So both of you two, we can start with Felix first. Just a bit about yourself, what you've been doing, and ultimately a bit about Kurncy as well. We'll get into a bit more so a little bit later on, though.
Good. Well, thanks. Thanks for having me, guys. It's an honor to be here today with you, and especially with Izio as well. So basically, I'm into crypto about 5 years now. Started with ETH, and now approximately 3 years now for Kaspa. It moved fast. The time moved fast. So yeah, approximately 3 years with Kaspa, and more than a year now, especially with Kurncy, with which I founded in 2024 now, late 2024, when I saw that there was something moving on with Kaspa. There was the KRC20 protocol that was launched at that time, and I saw that the community was going strong, so I decided to jump in. And when I jumped in, I saw that for me there was a need for more than just a wallet, and a possibility and capabilities to buy Kaspa. Actually, that was my main issue. I was mining, and I still mine Kaspa as today, but if I wanted more and buy some of it directly with my own money, was not possible here in Canada, and it's still difficult here in Canada to acquire Kaspa itself. So that's why I started Kurncy, actually, and yeah, we do have our first product that is live since May 2025, which is Kurncy Wallet.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Felix. And then yourself, Izio. You've been working with Kaspa. You got onboarded from the KF, I believe, a few months back. So a bit about yourself, your history, and of course, how you've been feeling right now within the Kaspa community.
Yes. So before anything, I'm yet another community member of Kaspa, like we all are, I assume. And I've been involved in open source development around different projects in the ecosystem since 2 years, I think, something like that. So I had the chance to discover Kaspa as my primary entry point into cryptocurrency. So I feel quite lucky about it. And yes, so basically that's it. I contributed to Casia, to a few other projects. Another one that is called Nexus, that aims to simplify NFC payments and integration into Kaspa integration into business more easily with a small device. That's also one thing I've done, and more recently I've contributed more and more into Rusty Kaspa, the main code base, I would say. So and I had the opportunity to join the core team full time, and yes, funded So as a KEF grantee, so I'm feeling awesome. That's a chance I will not miss. I will not disappoint anyone here. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity. So yeah, I'm feeling good.
Right. Just before we have questions for each of you, but just we have a few questions for the two of you at the same time. But just we spent a long time talking about when smart contracts are coming. Now that the architecture like covenants and silver scripts are here, what is the very first real world thing a Kaspa holder will be able to do? And that was not physically that they weren't able to do a month ago. Is there anything that comes to mind for you, Izio?
Yes, so I will start with covenants because that is the main building brick here that added some possibilities. I would say it's the second layer of programmability. It basically enhances the script engine of Kaspa with some new opcodes and also another mechanism that we can describe later if you want. But basically, it adds another layer of programmability that wasn't possible before. And what it enables, in short, is to enforce continued rules. Like as a developer, I can enforce rules, carry a state to my UTXO, validate rules on the state of my UTXO at spending time. So when I submit my transaction, it has one or multiple inputs that are called entries, UTXO, whatever. And when I try to spend them, there is a small script that is running that say yes or no, can I spend this UTXO? Is my transaction valid? And now I can have a layer of programmability, an enhanced layer of programmability on it to create multiple things like a vault. We saw more recently, it also involved zero knowledge, but we also saw recently Maxim that developed the foundation of a ZK rollup on Kaspa. So many different possibilities are now real. And so, and just to mention quickly the silver script aspect. So it's just a way to describe this logic more easily. Previously, when I wanted to create a small block of logic, it would require me to write very low level code. I needed to be sort of an expert on it. And now the entry barrier to develop this kind of programmability really is way more simple. I would write a Kaspa logic or covenant logic, call it whatever you prefer, with something I'm more used to, such as JavaScript or very simple language. It is very, very easy now to create block of logic.
Brilliant. And that'll make it a lot easier for new developers to come over to Kaspa.
Yeah, totally. But even the developers that are here currently, I don't think there are many developers that experimented with transaction script previously. I think it was kind of niche in the past, and now it's universal. It's very simple to experiment, and we already have some feedback from developers that are used to Kaspa that are now experimenting with this new building block. That is very important, I believe.
Okay. And the same to you, Felix. Is there anything that's coming out with Covenants plus that you can integrate with your wallet, like them transaction rules or anything like that?
Well, actually, yes. Since the rules that covenants add, it will be maybe built in the wallet. So once you fund any wallet, hot wallet you have, you can maybe work things out with that specific rules you want, whether it's a spend to a specific address or even spend in time to any again to a specific address. So yeah, it's specific features that will be able to be added actually to the wallet. And one question for you, Izio, since you're there, from what I understand, on the Covenant, they use the OP code, right? So to redeem those UTXO, they will be in a P address, a P2SH address, correct? So it's there. The difficulties for us, not only on mobile, but for wallet maker, let's say, since for a user perspective, you don't want to be entangled within, okay, I do have, let's say, specific rules that generated specific addresses that are redeemed with a specific script. So we have to think about the user experience in front of what's coming. So for you as a user, you'll simply toggle something, and the magic happens in the backend, and then of course it will create the scripts and the new addresses and spend or move that amount to that specific address to be redeemed later. But anyways, that's something that will be let's say on our end, and hopefully for you guys, for our users, it will be a simple toggle, or it will be a user experience that will transcend in time.
Okay, thanks. I'm sorry, I'm taking up all the questions, Jay. One more question. This I did a video on Covenants Plus Plus and the kind of security features that are coming with it. So I have a question. You two guys are probably perfect to answer it. So you have like whitelisting, you have time locks, multi-signature requirements. There's one there called the dead man switch, which a lot of people are excited about. Like it's an inheritance one. If your wallet is inactive for 2 years, you can set a rule that your Kaspa will automatically transfer to another wallet address of your choice, like your wife's or your children's. But my question is, let's say you had it on cold storage on Tangem. Does either of you know how would that work? Because usually you have to move off Tangem, you have to touch a card. I'm just curious about that.
That's a great question, and that's where Felix touched the ground. Not sure it's the correct expression. Sorry, I'm French at first.
No.
So cover the basics. Sorry. On the user experience side, as Felix said, there's scripts that are represented by UTXO. You don't really own them with your primary wallet. It's kind of a new address that somehow you are allowed or disallowed to interact with, depending on the rules the developer defined, or the user that created this Covenant UTXO, let's say. So yeah, that's really an important aspect that will be improved in the following months. So to make the wallet framework understanding all of this. So this is the user experience side, and it will improve in time. And hopefully Felix and multiple other actors will help on that hand, so that indeed you can, like the scenario you described, I create a new address on which I want to store all of my Kaspa or a part of it, and I'm allowed to interact with it for a period of 2 years. And without interaction of my end, it will be allowed. I will allow this guy and this guy to withdraw the funds if they like. Yeah, that will be possible, and hopefully with wallet helps, it will be it will have a great user experience.
Okay. Sorry to bring up the competition, Kurncy, because I have your wallet as well. I have hot wallets and cold storage, so just sorry, Jay.
No, it's fine actually, because we love Tangem. We love their technology. Their card. I do own my set of Tangem cards. As you may saw, I did visited Vegas couple weeks ago and met with them, since we did integrated their card within our wallet. It's already working. we don't have the, let's say, the go from them to release this to the public, but it's working right now. And for your specific use case, actually, if we will be able to use Tangem in tandem, pun intended, with the Covenant, actually, it depends on Tangent itself, because they will have to develop the redeem script specifically for that use case, that rule, that Covenant rule that will be implemented.
Awesome. So I mean, all I'm hearing right now is pretty much this. I mean, I think the general idea that everyone in the Kaspa community has is Covenant is game changing. A very, very big update. It's going to bring a lot more programmability and much more accessibility to Kaspa as a whole. So we did touch on that a little bit easier, but if you'll be able to maybe go in a bit more detail about kind of Covenants and ultimately why it's such a big deal for how it could help in, let's say, Kaspa adoption, for example, how it could also improve that element as well.
I'm not sure where to start here. Maybe I will start by saying what's not possible with the new update. So what's not possible, and that will be possible with vProg. So that's the final milestone, and that's I think the final goal that everyone expects to, at least from the community feedback I had. So what's not possible with Covenant++ is having an on-chain composable state. So, for example, I cannot have two program, or call it whatever. I will call program just for the sake of it, but two program cannot have a shared state on the L1. You can bring that sort of flow by delegating the state interaction off-chain, and then the off-chain actors will generate a proof of execution, zero-knowledge proof, on the L1. And the Covenant script then will verify that the proof is valid, the execution has been executed correctly, properly, as defined initially. So what's not possible is having on-chain composable state interaction. I still can have my Covenant with its own state and validate state transition on the L1, but I cannot verify that, for example, Felix Covenant is doing some sort of thing. That's not possible on-chain. I would have to use an external aggregator or executor to do such thing. And if you saw what Maxime published recently, it's kind of doing it. That means is aggregating, executing off-chain some state transition on multiple transactions, and then commit a proof of that execution batch, let's say, on the L1. Sorry, the L1 transaction is validating the execution, that the execution was correct. So yeah, sorry, just maybe to simplify things, many things are now possible, such as the use case you described are totally valid and doable. And yeah, I don't know if you have specific use case in mind, and maybe we can verify if it's possible or not. Maybe that's another angle to look at.
Do I have a specific use case in mind for Covenants? Oh, put me on the spot now. That's my job.
No, that's not easy. Maybe I can give another example. You can build a native asset token on the L1 with Covenant.
So you can build your own stablecoin effectively in that sort of area.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, okay. Totally. We did a small proof of concept with a minter. So that's one Covenant script on which you are allowed to mint on it, emit new token. It has a maximum supply, so you cannot mint more than said amount. In this book, we also added the fact that only one address is able to mint. So that's also another thing that is possible. You can either let it open for anyone or restrict the minting. And on the other side, you have the token covenant that manage the transfers, so split and merge action. So basically, I mint, I don't know, 10 times. I have 10 token. I can group them into one. So it's like on your wallet when you sweep or aggregate the UTXO into one. It's almost the same logic here. And then I can transfer to Felix. So if I have a 10 token, I will give 5 to Felix, for example. And all of that you can do on the L1. Yeah.
You mentioned about how there's one wallet that is the one that's the minting, which is, you know, a way to keep things more streamlined. But I'd imagine in an element as well that means that for those bad actors, it makes it easier for that to be the one to target. I'm only highlighting that because if my understanding is correct as well, covenants also allow for the development of things like atomic swaps. So in security improvements that would help protect areas of the chain.
I'm not sure I'm the best person to talk about atomic swap because I'm not very knowledgeable in that field.
Yeah.
But to my understanding, such thing is possible to do, and if not on L1, you can have a zero knowledge proof of the validity of the execution. So I won't go too deep into the answer because I'm not very comfortable, but it sounds possible to me, at least.
Okay, awesome. I will quickly jump over to Felix actually, because just sitting here patiently for a little bit, and now Joe's leaving me for some reason. He's back. So Felix, you already mentioned you wanted to create Kurncy because in Canada there's not really any options. You've not got much opportunity to buy. So can you kind of tell us a bit more about the process of how you kind of came to create it as opposed to why you created it then?
Well, it started. Well, I'm an entrepreneur since a long time now, and I already had my business afloat, and I'm into banking since a couple of years now, 5 years. I'm in the banking industry, and I always thought that since I'm into crypto, of course, but I always thought that crypto assets are there. They are actually there right now, but they are our future as well. So with that in mind, I started working with one of my friend that is a developer. We are now a team of three, a small team of three that is working on that project, and yeah, we just decided to jump in that adventure. First off with a wallet, since it was the easiest way, let's say, to get in touch with the community, to provide a service, a quick service to everyone, and that's what we did last year. In the first month of 2025, we did launch our product in beta. We were the first one to release all the protocols, so the Kasplex, KRC20, the KSPR, NFTs, KNS domain, now Kaspa.com marketplace as well. So we do support every layer one protocol. And late last year, so a couple months now, we decided to double down on our infrastructure, building a new foundation to not only our wallet, but to all our solutions that we are building, which is the Rusty Kaspa one-to-one integration. Let's say we are not using, as Izio mentioned, a Java layer to program or to interact with Kaspa right now. We are we have built our own framework around the Rust code base, so we can perform and we can do and interact faster with Kaspa since we are built in with it, let's say. And as features come in, we spoke already of covenants, the hard fork, even the vprog that are coming, the silver script as well. Since they are built, and to my knowledge, they are built in Rust first, Izio. So as soon as they launch, we are already capable, let's say, of integrating it to our apps and other solution. So that help us on our development roadmap, let's say, to support faster. But there's a lot to do. There's so much to do on not only the app, but what we are working right now. Our efforts is mostly on our partners app, partner solution for money service businesses and businesses as well. So yeah, we are still updating the wallet every 2 weeks, but most of our efforts right now is on the business solutions.
I was playing around with your wallet earlier, Felix. I didn't know that, like myself and Jay are members of the Wolfie community, so we buy Wolfie NFTs or Wolfie tokens. But I didn't know you can, like, I usually go to Kaspa.com, connect my Kaspa wallet and buy it that way. But like if I have Kaspa directly on Kurncy wallet, I can just, it's connected to Kaspa.com, so I can just buy them straight off that. It's really handy. But like, would it be possible? Would you be able to share your screen just to show us a quick demo, just a few features that's on the wallet? Would that be possible?
Yes, I can. So it's the first time. Let's say, let's hope I don't break anything.
And it's revealing the whole secrets of Kurncy.
Make sure there's no dirty pictures.
And hopefully I don't share anything personal as well. So we're live, right?
Yes, we are very much.
Share
but nobody's watching.
window.
It's okay.
That's right. Share this window. So I'm not sure what you are seeing.
Yeah,
Okay, that changed for me as well. Okay, good, perfect. So I'm sharing on my laptop, but it's directly from my phone. It's not a touch screen, so I cannot drag and drop. I need to scroll, and my mouse is dead, so it's not perfect. But well, it kind of works. So yeah, so once you created your account, or you've used the no credential login, so you can be, let's say, anonymous and use the app anonymously. And worth noting that Kurncy Wallet is a self-custodial, so it's your own private keys, your own seeds. It's everything is your own. We don't control. We don't share or whatever. Everything is yours. So once you've set up the wallet, right now I'm presented with 5 cards. So we've built, and this is our latest updated UI. And actually, I have a beta build right now running. So this is the next release that will be released this week, I believe. But basically, what you've presented, you have multiple cards, so it's a multi-account, multi-seed, multi-private keys wallet that you set up like you want. Here I do have 5 wallets. Some are seeds, some others are private keys. You have the identification right there, and from there you can open up the cards, jump in the details. As we can see here, I do have Kaspa tokens and NFTs on that specific wallet, which is a private key. The cool feature we added earlier this year was the cards scheme. So right now we have all the cards available are those. So we have the standard Kaspa card. We did work with blockchain Banters actually. So there's your card right there.
Awesome.
Wolfies as well. And if you own NFTs, this was added a couple of weeks ago. You can, as you mentioned, you own Wolfies NFTs, so you can select your NFTs and pop right on the card. So we we've pushed a little further the user experience around Kaspa ecosystem. So we try to and to put everything within the wallet. So that's the latest feature we added. And of course the Chinese year, a special card for our some of our users that are from there. So yeah, and let me be in the details. So once you've opened up your wallet details, you have everything accessible. This is especially for layer one, so every protocol are right there supported. Um, I do have layer two build testing right now. We integrated and tested with IGRA bridges, so from CAS to ICAS, so that's working. They are launching the mainnet this week, so we'll be
Yeah, I think it's
working
tomorrow
with them.
actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
So
exciting
so yeah,
stuff.
we'll be working with them to continue and integrate the L2 bridges from both ways, as well as token and everything. So that's moving on. But for layer one, we do support, of course, the KNS domain. You can inscribe a new domain within the app. The marketplace, as I mentioned, the Kaspa.com marketplace. So we did not want to create another marketplace aside, since Kaspa.com already owns the biggest one right now for L1. You can mint NFT token as well. You have everything. Yeah, everything is there. So
You have a search bar, don't you? If you go into Mint NFT and you can search for the one you want.
Oh yeah, of course you can mint. Right now I'm in testnet, so there's not much
Oh, okay.
NFTs, but not much token. But I do have this one, I believe, that is yeah, this one current. So it's a test one, but you can mint any NFT token you want.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so
sorry,
sorry, go ahead.
No, come on. I interrupt you. Go on. I have a question when you're finished talking. Sorry, go on.
Well, I was moving, let's say, to user experience with layer twos, since again for me and from where we came from when we launched the app and where we are at right now, it's completely different, you know. And with the L2, the L2s, because there are multiple right now, and maybe more in the future, we what we have in mind right now is, again, um, since you will be able to swap to bridge assets, we don't want to create or for the users to handle those bridges, to handle those swaps. If you want to bridge, or if you want to own assets on IGRA and you own Kaspa, we want to build an automatic, let's say, bridge. You simply scroll down into the L2's assets. If you have CAS on L1, you will be able to buy, and automatically all the in the back end, in the background, you'll be bridging and swapping, and everything will be done in one tap. That's what we are working on as the user experience finality, let's say.
Awesome. Wow.
You have it all wrapped up. So on ramping, like I think that's the biggest thing. Like my family members or friends, I try to talk to them in Kaspa, but then they have to sign up to an exchange. They have to figure out how to use that. You're trying to bring on ramp. You're trying to do everything on that wallet, including on ramping, aren't you? But
Well,
it's
it will be paired with our partner solutions. So from the wallet, you will be able to at the counter of any participant, any partners that a money service businesses. Right now, if you go to your currency exchange, your real currency exchange, your I'm not sure, your pounds or Canadian dollars or euro currency exchange, to exchange from euro to USD or CAD to USD. Well, what we've built, it enables them to offer crypto alongside Kaspa, stable coins that are also coming, and any other token that they will be able to, or they will be eager to add to their liquidity. So that's one thing. And yes, the demo I did last September in Berlin was using e-Interact solution that we have here in Canada. So it's bank-to-bank transfer, like Venmo in the States. I'm not sure in France
Revolut.
what. Yeah, maybe Revolut does that as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's for Canadian, it will be possible, but for the rest of the world, it will be through a regular currency exchange at first, and then we'll roll out that feature on ramp with partners.
Okay. And one more thing, there was something I think Izio Dev was involved in developing it. Was there? I heard you talking about it before. Was there some way of inviting somebody to your wallet, but like you create the wallet for them, but it's encrypted and sent on the UTXO to the new person, and basically it sets up the wallet for them? Is that right? Or how have you made it easier to invite somebody?
Totally. Well, it's right there, the invite. So you almost set it, you almost said the old flow actually, but yeah, we again when I came back from Berlin, I was surprised that there was no solution to easily share Kaspa with your friends, family, or anyone without sharing private keys, sharing seeds, or sharing something that may compromise a wallet. So what we did, what actually is my baby, but what I thought is, if we take a UTXO, we don't lock it, since it's not possible right now. We cannot lock a UTXO on the blockchain. We can lock it with some logic in our wallet, and that's what we are doing. So we are locking a UTXO that is, it's not spent by our wallet, and we generate the redeem script, or the signature script that is required to spend that UTXO, and we embedded all that into a QR code. So if let's say if I want to share $20 Canadian dollars to a friend, and I'm saying welcome to Kaspa right there, the pin, if it's okay. Yeah, so it should good. So it generates a QR code, and within that QR code, you have the UTXO transaction ID, you have the signature script, and anyone who scans it, it's on testnet. Anyone who scans it with our wallet, because right now we are the only one to support it. Well, you simply receive or confirm on chain that and spend that UTXO on chain to yourself. So we don't share private keys. We don't share addresses. It's only a UTXO and a signature script.
That's so awesome. I think that's actually the biggest hurdle that has been kind of the roadblock for particularly crypto, but just Kaspa as a individual as well. Is that TradFi to DeFi bridge that looks exactly like a Monzo. I've got a Monzo where I'm at, like the exact same process where you can just create a QR code and simple just scan, and you can get your assets and get your Kaspa, which is, it's insane. There's so much building going on Kaspa.
Yeah, this is the version 1 of it. We are finalizing the version 2 since a couple weeks now. But this version, the next version, will also include tokens, NFTs, KNS domain. So whatever you want to share without having the trouble to send to someone, or let's say you're doing a raffle, or actually, there was something on X I saw with VJ that there was like QR codes everywhere in town that anyone could redeem. So if you want to do a raffle or anything, you can scan multiple, you can create or generate multiple invites and send it, and anyone can accept it.
Wicked.
Yeah, people are
Wicked
scared
stuff.
of the old QR codes because people are over here are sticking them QR codes over the real QR
course,
codes.
of course.
And so yeah, it's
And
terrible.
I don't personally like them as well, but it's
It's a quality of
sometimes,
life thing.
yeah, it's sometimes it's the only solution for an easy swap. Swap is maybe not the
Yeah,
good word,
but
but yeah. So that's one thing, and yeah, we do as well support NFC. We did our demo with Tangem with the NFC payment. Right now, I'm still waiting from Apple and Google, because that's that's on my desk and top priority. But we are waiting from them the entitlements for Apple Pay. It's possible right now in demo, but it's not possible to release the build. So yeah, so we'll be able to, like Izio and Nexus, like Izio mentioned with Nexus earlier, um, pay CAS with a simple tap. And again, it's the same process. We prepare UTXO, and we push the signature script. So the merchant, the business, simply confirm the transaction and return the um, the unspent to the user, to the customer.
Thanks for that, Felix. I
Cheers,
was going to ask you something on the Kaspa, but I'll go to that in a minute, Izio. But since Felix brought it up, Nexus, I saw. I know your local bakery. You're trying to get a few of the local businesses around you onto Kaspa, but it's very hard for them, and the way Kaspa's volatile and all this kind of stuff. But you developed a device, a kind of tap and pay. I saw a post that you were meeting somebody, a manufacturer in Taiwan, maybe to make some of these devices. Can you tell us a bit about it? How's it going, and what exactly is the idea behind it?
Yes. So actually, yeah, it was a very selfish reason why we started this project. As you mentioned, it was just because we wanted to get Kaspa on our local place. And it actually started a bit before. With Caspium, we wanted to have this NFC phone-to-phone tap pay experience. And we actually implemented it. So yeah, it's a pending pull request on the Caspium project. The maintainer is adding it to the code base. So maybe in a future Caspium version, we will be able to do that on a release build. But then we think about how to. So this was step one, but how to globalize this kind of process, like, because yes, the phone is good, so I would need to have a phone and create a Caspium account to do the transaction, but then I need to onboard on this app first, and maybe I don't want to manage my seed. I'm not very comfortable as a merchant. I'm not very comfortable with all of that because I don't know crypto and all. So we started to think about another approach. It's just putting a device in the middle of the two phones. So you create this small device that has an NFC RF card and a Bluetooth adapter with a small crystal next to it for those who know, and then your phone can transmit information onto the device, and the device can transmit information to the guy who pays. So basically, the whole experience is pretty simple. The merchant So either from his phone or later from a computer, from a server, from whatever wants to trigger the payment request, would initiate the payment. The device would start transmitting information, and then when you put your phone on the device, it would open your favorite Kaspa wallet. So either it's Kurncy, Caspium, or another one. It doesn't matter really, but it opens the wallet, and then you can confirm it, pre-fill the paying address and the amount. And the other aspect, so today, if you're inside a community already and you want to receive Kaspa payment, it's already pretty easy for you because you already know all of this ecosystem. But then you realize that at the end of the month, you need to do the accountability, and it's kind of a mess because you need to remember the quotation price at the time of the payment. You need to, I don't know if you already did it, but it's really complicated with all of the law and regulation. So we wanted to also automatically do that for you, kind of. You still need to do some things because you need to put signature, etc. But to automatically fill all of the payment requests you've done with their status and the quotation price at the time of the payment, and this would be ingested into your accountability tool, sort of automatically, depending on what you're using, etc. But so the idea was to provide to put this device inside your ecosystem as a merchant already, so you don't feel lost in all of this, and you can start requested payment. And yeah, all of that for selfish reason at first, but then it started. We realized that there is a need for it still, and we're also pro decentralization, and we like the fact that they cannot be an actor in the middle that can stop things. We just want people to own their money and to be able to spend them however they want, and that was another motivation too. But Kaspa helps that way.
Yeah.
Wow. It's actually crazy. I know there's so much being built in regards to trying to help Kaspa, or even just help Kaspa just kind of get the adoption going more and more. And when you also consider like the incoming hard forks are going to be coming out in 3 months, give or take. Well, that's the timeline at least. There's I get chills every time I keep hearing about the next update coming out. Yeah, I know that you're doing some work on ZK, aren't you, Izio?
Not ZK, but maybe in the future. I'm not sure. Currently, I'm on Silverscript mainly.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, maybe if they need me, I will be there at least. That's for sure.
Must be stressful in the trenches, constantly coding and sorting out all the mechanics and the difficulties. There must be. I mean, I'm not a coder or a developer, so I can't feasibly imagine how difficult it must be to overcome these challenges. Has been one that has been really troubling for you recently.
Yeah, so that's actually a very fair point, because in my previous experience, I wasn't the noob of the team, let's say. I used to be a lead developer, so and I was with some modesty, I was quite good in my field, and now I'm entering this field, and all of this concept and all of these awesome contributors that are like top level developer and top level researcher. And for once in my experience, I'm the noob here, and it feels freaking good. I'm not gonna lie, it feels so good because it's a daily challenge to constantly push my limits, to learn. Like I need to push. Yeah, I need to push it. Yeah, and it's so great.
I had a question for you, Izio, as a developer. You know the last hard fork, the crescendo that happened last year. Like, how hard is it to go from 1 block per second to 10 block per second without shutting the chain down, just to keep it running and just do it live on a proof of work? Like, I know Ethereum has done a lot of forks, and but that's proof of stake. Is it a lot harder to do it on proof of work?
I cannot say. Honestly, I cannot say the difficulty. I know it's terribly hard to properly design hard fork, because depending on what consensus changes you made, it may impact several area of the software, and you need to be extra careful about everything. And basically you need so what happens with the last hard fork, and most likely will also happen with the following one, is that you put a specific point in time from which you're switching the consensus. So every rules that you forced at consensus level previously on the date will switch from one block to the other one at the moment when you make the hard fork, and then you start to enforce the new rules. And depending on how impactful the rules change it, you need to like, yeah, just TLDR, it's really complicated, and you need to have a full mastery of the software you're dealing with. And thankfully, we have perfect guys here to design this, and I will just help into this, and I'm grateful for it.
More than help, Izio.
Yeah.
More than help, I
Yeah, you're a
appreciate
busy man.
Like I say, every time I see a post from you, I'm like that. I like just trying to wrap my head around it. The stuff like when I saw you mention stuff about the silver script, I was like, I'm reading through. I'm like, okay, so I can tell it's a big deal. I can see why it would be important, but I couldn't possibly envision the underlying intricacy of it. It's and the fact that you say you're a noob as well with me, it blows my mind. Just let us know. That's the sort of expertise that is in the Kaspa community. Once more, why I once more still get chills from every time I'm talking about what's happening in Kaspa, because it feels like, to quote what was it, CZ, the time, like the projects that will kind of last the longest is one that's building is what kind of helps in regard to a project's future. You've got a lot of projects in this space in crypto are very much just FOMO, marketing, advertising, pump and dumps, but the projects that are meant to stand the test of time, ones that are building during the bulls and the bears, and I think Kaspa has been definitely a key element in doing that repeatedly. And you've got people who are showing their conviction in that. I think Joe has got a question. Before I do, I wanted to both ask you both one question. We do this every week. Jonas, I'm going with this.
I know what this question is.
Yeah. So if you both aren't aware, there is the elusive entity X, aka Wallet One for Kaspa, who currently holds 1.36 billion Kaspa, almost 5% of the total supply, which is ridiculous. That conviction is insane. They scooped up 40 million, I think a few days ago. So the question really is who do you believe this Wallet One, this entity X truly is? We've heard it from Pavel saying it's probably someone in Kaspa Core. We've heard it from other people saying market makers or Binance or a Wall Street entity. Do you have any idea? Is it you? Are you Wallet One?
Kaspador kept it a secret. He wasn't telling anybody.
Yeah, I don't trust Kaspador at all.
He said he knew it.
No, he was like,
No,
I
just-
don't know what to say. It's like, you can't not say. We want to hear an answer. You need to know who Wallet One is.
Well, it's not me.
Okay,
for sure.
but if you had to guess, have you ever thought about it? Just a bit of fun.
I haven't thought about it pretty much. I did saw everyone talking about it and make their assumption, but I do think that it should be a market maker or an exchange or something.
Yeah, that's common. Yeah.
Hopefully or not, I'm not sure. But strangely enough, that's a lot of Kaspa in one hand. And one thing I did notice that it's not even ECDSA encryption or script publicly, or it's not a 10 gem wallet. It's a regular. It's a regular seed
you can
or
tell.
private key.
Right.
Yeah, so that's something pretty straight. I did saw that most of the vaults from the community builders are usually 10 gem wallets or ECDSA. Is that correct?
You have either
The
Schnorr or
Schnorr?
Schnorr. Two signature type exist.
So yeah, Schnorr, which is everything. Okay, everyone use it. It's 99% of the addresses. We did add ECDSA 2 weeks ago in Kurncy. So if you own one, you can use it with Kurncy now. But yeah, it's not even that. So it's a basic wallet, not even a multi-sig.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
But
Yeah.
Kurncy, does Kurncy have a development wallet, like a development fund there?
No.
That's not wallet one then.
Should we? Should we?
Yeah.
I do have my multi-sig wallet now, which is my personal vault. I don't stack my Kaspa, most of my Kaspa, let's say, even on my Tangem or regular seed. It's on a multi-sig, since we can now have it within my hands, actually. So that's one thing. But yeah, I don't. I'm not number one.
Shame. Izio, who do you think?
I don't know. I like to see all of the speculation, really thoughtful speculations.
Yeah.
But one thing we could notice, and I don't think I've seen this line of thought previously, but if the actor, because it's a powerful actor, obviously, if they wanted to be hidden, they could have been hidden, splitting the accumulation into different wallets. And so what we could say for sure is that they want to be seen. I think that's a fair claim to say here.
Yeah. So who would want to be seen? What entity would want to be seen stacking Kaspa, or not making themselves known, but want to still know that there's a lot of conviction behind it? Oof. I did hear. I think we heard it from, was it Rory? He said it might be a Franklin Templeton or something like that, a Wall Street entity, and I don't think that's a bad shout either. Do you reckon we'll find out anytime soon?
One day we'll know.
One day we'll know. Okay.
Yeah.
One day.
Okay.
When Kaspa, it's, let's say, 50, 60 cent, or even $1, I think
At
we'll
that
know.
point, oh gosh, I mean, right now their balance sits at, what was it, $39 million? Yeah, 39 million. So we went to 60 cents Kaspa. You're looking at over 500 plus million.
Yeah, but they're down 64 million in the portfolio. There's a tracker that you can check, and but they're still buying. So that's confidence.
Indeed.
Sorry, another question for you, Roman. Kaspaton. I see you have the 7 judges up now, and the way that that's going to work is you guys are going to whittle it down to the last 10 projects, and then there's going to be a vote in Discord. Is that right?
So the structure is a bit complicated. I will try to simplify it at most as I can. But you have different track, and one project is eligible to multiple tracks at once. But basically, the general idea is that we have a prize pool, and we wanted to make it fair for any participant to grab a small portion of it. So the full description is on the website, but basically you have different tracks, and we have one special track that doesn't depend on the judges directly. It's the community vote track, let's say. So it's a special mention from the community. And just to simplify the logistic, because we don't have infinite resources here, we will shortlist the first 10 projects. So the project that has the highest scores from the judges. And this shortlist will be emitted, and the community will be able to vote on their favorite project. And the first one will win this specific track. It represents 20,000 Kaspa, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe it's 20,000 Kaspa, yeah.
Yeah. So it's different category, and one project can win multiple, but it's not easy to win all of them, basically.
Yeah. I've made videos on 10 of the projects, but it takes a lot of time, so I have to do some more. But there's some great things in there. Like you can go into the Kaspaton website. Is it? I can't remember the website. I've had it in a lot of videos, but you can go in and you can see a video of the project, and you can actually go to the website that they have. Some of them have websites, and you can go in and use it as well. You can play with it. So yeah, it's brilliant, like, you know. And some of the hackers that are there, they've won other hackathons on other chains. You can see in their X profiles. So it's really good that it's bringing all these people over to Kaspa. But
that's a sorry.
No, that was it.
Yeah, I was saying that's a good thing that we enforce that every project create a small video to have a quick overview. Obviously, like you said, it takes a huge time because of the amount of submissions. But yeah, everyone is free to go there, see the project in action just by clicking a video, which is quite comfortable. You can also click the demo link. On most project it's available. And most importantly, for my fellows developer, you can go to GitHub and actually run the code and the project yourself on your machine, and it means that it's fully open source with an open source license. So you can grab the project, run it, and enhance it the way you want. And so basically, Kaspa created 50 open source examples on top of Kaspa. That's the bottom line here, and I think that's the most important. At least for me, it's the most important thing here.
Yeah. We've got. Well, do you want to ask that last question, Jay, or like it's up to you?
Well, I've got to quickly say, for one, just yes or no, Izio, because I don't want you to actually name drop it in case. But do you have a personal favorite project in the Kaspathon that you've seen?
I cannot answer that question now. After, yeah, I cannot. Yes, I have one. I cannot say, and I will say it after the evaluation. I'm not a judge. I don't judge the project myself. I'm just an organizer, just to be extra clear. But yes, I have a favorite one.
Have you seen any of them, Felix?
Sorry?
No, actually, no.
Sorry.
You need to watch Joe's channel then. He's been posting some of them there.
Yeah, do you not watch? You not subscribe to my channel? Like, what's going on?
Oh, I love it.
Well, there's too much to do, actually. I work too much, and so I don't have any time. I just scroll down some X pages, and that's it.
Yeah, sure. I met you in Berlin, and Felix, very nice guy. He's exactly like you see here. And I asked you to come on to the channel or come on and talk to me. So it only took 5 months or 6 months. So yeah, we get there eventually. Only. But I have one more question. So we kind of asked this question as well. Like, what do you like? I think Kaspa is kind of in a bubble at the moment. You know, it's only really the Kaspa community. What do you think we need to do to get out of this bubble? Or do you think we're doing it at the moment with all the developments that's happened? Do you like to get other people from other chains, or to know about Kaspa and come over, start using it?
Izio, want to start?
That's a very difficult question, and because essentially there isn't one thing to do, and I think this is the main point here. I like to see it as a sphere, and the community is composed from different individuals with different perspective, different point of view, different center of interest. And so, for example, myself, I'm most interested into project and development and building and maybe developer documentation, etc. That's my area here. Felix, obviously, by nature, is more oriented on UX, adoption from Kaspa user, Kaspa network user. You guys are more at spreading what's being built, what's new, as giving some fresh news, something like that. So I think it's a collective effort, and I think we essentially all need to be convinced by the core thing here, and then spread our own ID on our own side. I think that it's a collective effort. We all need to go work in our respective aspects, I think. Sorry, it's kind of politician answer, but that's really what I think.
Well, but you're right, Izio. It's a common effort. I believe it's everyone right now is doing their best to get out of the bubble. Right now, our mission with Kurncy is onboarding users, customers, and now we are focusing on businesses. Since when a business accepts Kaspa, it triggers something else, So that's where we are at right now. But yeah, there's so much to do. But it's difficult. It's difficult. There's so much money invested in marketing other project. Right now, all you can see is other chains. So yeah. So we keep building under our rocks, and we'll come out when we're ready.
Yeah, brilliant. There's for me and Jay, like we've got two types of viewers. We have people that only look at the price, and then you have people that look at everything else that's building. So I've stopped looking at the price a long time ago, and I just focus on what's going on. And there's so much stuff being developed at the moment. But yeah, they're the two types of people. Like you just have to ignore one of them.
I myself haven't stopped looking at the price, not because I want to, but because it's just kind of how my content, my audience goes about it. But yeah, I mean, I've reiterated time and time again, price the price will come down because of the nature of the market we're in. But at the end of the day, when you see what's being built, Silverscript, Covenants, VProgs, Dagonite, end of Q3 2026,
100 blocks,
100 blocks a second in 2027. You've got Kurncy with their onboarding element to make Kaspa easier to buy, and it's going to continue upgrading. You've got KCOM, you've got Zealous, there's so much, you've got Igro, there's so much. You know what I mean? There's so much being built on this platform, and I don't currently, granted I am in the Kaspa space predominantly, but I don't currently see any other project building in the same capacity. There's so much being built, and it's been courtesy to both of you two who's doing all the hard work. I'm just here talking behind the screen. I'm the pretty face. That's who I am.
yeah. But Izio, do you have one of those terminals, one of those touch pay terminals in the room with you?
What's that? Sorry.
One of your Nexus terminals. Do you have any of them? Could you show one?
I think, yeah.
Just to see the size of it.
That's the first one. I don't have the new one, but so that's a small box. It's a prototype. It's not a factory form. It's just the prototype. But basically, that's a small card with a firmware that I personally developed. It was really fun to develop a firmware, by the way, in Rust, obviously, and then a small mobile application that allows connection to this device. So, yeah, basically, it was 3D printed by myself with a 3D printer here, just to verify that it's a proof of concept to validate that it could work. And the answer was yes. So that's great. So I don't know if you have other question on that side, but
well, did your bakery take one off you?
So I know them quite a bit. It's been 2 years since I buy them baguette and croissant every single day. So they know me quite well, and they became some sort of friends or whatever. So yes, they accepted to take this device once it's ready, and I think it's great. They know I would be the only customer from day one, maybe to day 20, 30, I don't know, but yeah, it works. It works. Just need to be friend with your local bakery, and it works.
Brilliant. You'll have to get them on Kasmap as well. You know, Seb.
Oh yeah.
Get them on there. People will know where to go to a bakery. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
We're gonna get. Go on.
Just wanted regarding what you said. I think it's a great paradox to see that I don't follow price regularly. I just see it because some people are talking about it. But so there is this paradox. Ever since I came, the price is decreasing. So it's not my fault. I promise. But so the price is decreasing, but the building force is stronger and stronger over time, and I can feel it. I sense it really. Core team, ecosystem that it's so strong, and it's quite interesting to see this paradox, I think. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. We're going to get into a bit of the question from the community now. So everyone got any questions tuning in watching right now, feel free to leave them in the chat right now. There is one that I see, and there's one that I know Lev's already been asking. He's going to ask anyways. But this one here from Bogota here, just asking a general question.
Man from Bogota.
Yeah. I have a business. I want to accept Kaspa on some products, but my fear is that people look at me as a scammer and affect my business. A lot of people don't trust crypto yet. What do you think? Now I've got my own thoughts on that, but I'll probably segue that both to you two or Felix as well first before I give my comments on that as well.
Well, actually, accepting Kaspa doesn't make you a scammer. It you know, it's it's another way of accepting currency as or a method of exchange. Beforehand, it was gold and then silver, and now we are with money, paper money, and Visa and everything. When the PayPass system was launched, there was scam everywhere. People were getting tap their card when they had their wallet and their jeans, and so every phases, let's say, or every time there's a new technology out there that is being pushed and being accepted for businesses, there will always be questions asked, but you simply have to answer them. If you know Kaspa, if you know crypto, you can easily answer any questions for your concerned customer, let's say, and that's where we are right now with our solution, with our partner solution, with the tap to pay, with the QR code and everything. You will be able to accept Kaspa easily within in your business.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not someone who has a business in that element, so I can't speak on that front. But I know I've seen a lot of what Wolfie's done, and Wolfie, I think, is a very good example of it, where Wolfie offers the ability to pay with Bitcoin, with Kaspa, and still pay with fiat. Now, of course, hopefully that fiat thing kind of goes away in the future and it's actually Kaspa and crypto. But as it stands, if you're offering the alternative to pay with it, I see that it's in that case, you're like, okay, well, still offering fiat is perfectly fine, but you're offering the alternative to use crypto. It gives that barrier to entry for you to actually be able to tap into that space. While not, at least I don't think it'd be impactful to your image or your business.
Do you guys think it's a barrier, the way we hadn't got stable coins before, but now, like with businesses, they can convert their cash to stable coins if they want, if they're worried about the volatility? Do you think that will help? Yeah.
100%.
We should be on stable coins very soon as well. I know Igra are getting it on there when they go live next month. I believe Kaspador mentioned about it should be going live very soon. I'm gonna hopefully find out more about that very soon. But I think he said before the end of the month, so that should be in a few days. So let's hope that does come through. But either way, stablecoins will be a definitely massive barrier to entry as well for merchants, for people buying up Kaspa as well. We got this question here from QBOY. We don't do price predictions, unfortunately. All I can say is I think 5G is going to be like night and day compared to where we're at right now, given what's going to be coming out, not just for Kaspa, but for crypto in general. You'll see regulations out. You'll see the massive, like, frowned upon nature of crypto kind of completely diminish, I think, by this point. Price is completely down to whatever you believe. I know one more question that has not been asked, but I know Levendi is definitely going to ask it, is when are we going to expect both of you to down at Wolfie's drinking out of a Viking horn?
Don't know. I'm invited.
There's a Paris Blockchain Week mid-April. I'm tempted to represent Kurncy there. It's a lot of fees. It's 1,200 euros to go there, plus the plane and hotels and everything. But yeah, I'm tempted to represent. And of course, if I'm going, I'll do a pit stop in London. It's right.
Heard it here first, Lev.
yeah.
Get him set down. Get it in the calendar.
Yeah, and if you get some Wolfie NFTs in your Kurncy wallet, you get some special treatment. You get VIP treatment. Yeah.
Wolf
That's good.
What about you, Izio? Any chance we see you at Wolfie's bar soon?
So it's in London. It's not very far from a place, to be honest. I'm just a caveman, you know. I like I like my room here. It feels good. But you know, I should meet you guys soon. I wanted to do it earlier, but I had some complication. But now it's all settled. So hopefully, in the next community event, I will be here. Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure they'll be making a lot more. There are a lot more events coming through. I know Wolfie have got a lot more stuff coming through. I know it's meant to be an event, I think, next week, actually, or the week afterwards. But yeah, it'll be definitely more open events and community events very, very soon. We've got some new questions here. Buffalo apparently is now a superstar because he was in one of the more recent, I think it was one of the blockchain banter. I think it was Kara and Juan's one, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's usually on that one. Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Buffalo. And this question here, I think I've made my own content on this as well. But it'd be good to get your guys' perspective on this as well when my thing wants to work. Do you see Kaspa working with MasterCard Visa in the future? Now, my perspective is I don't see why not, given the fact that if you consider connections like Tangem, who works with Visa, they got Tangem Pay, and Tangem are very close with Kaspa, then I don't see why not.
They're using Polygon, aren't they?
Well, actually,
sorry.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's not specifically Kaspa. You know, it's simply a third-party connection that you have to do. If we wanted with Kurncy, we could ask Visa or Mastercard to build in an electronic card, and then we simply it's not simple, but yeah, it's connected with your assets and make sure that we handle all the in and outs. And so any crypto, or actually it's not related or specifically related to a crypto for MasterCard or Visa. It's the third parties, the company that decided to link a specific asset to their Visa, as Tangem did, of course.
Awesome. Okay, well, there you have it. It's definitely possible. Lev also says here that it's going to probably be something, or might be something coming up in London, a Kaspa event of sorts in summer. So we'll hear more about that in due time. So hopefully be seeing the whole Kaspa gang, Izio, Felix, everybody else who's speaking to, all there, chilling at Wolfie's bar, drinking out of Viking Horn, having a great time. That'd be a memorable day. And hopefully by the podcast, yeah, summer's going to be good. I think summer's going to be a good. I think we're about to go through we are currently going through a very rocky period in respects of just sentiment. But I think come summertime, that sentiment is going to start changing. I don't know. I have that feeling, you know.
Sunny days.
Oh yeah, sunny days. Wow, the UK has been. Oh my gosh, the UK. Oh, it's been raining every day so far. Literally, it's so depressing. Oh my gosh. I just want to leave. I want to go abroad now.
Yeah. Felix was saying it's snowing in Canada. Is it heavy snow? Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah, we have more than 230 centimeters of accumulation of snow accumulated. So yeah, that's a lot.
I'm not a fan of the cold, but I'll take. If I know it's snowing, like cool. Snow. We don't even get snow in the UK. It's just cold. It's just cold and wet. It's just nasty. It's just not fun.
Snow is better.
Yeah, we had a big snow thing in 2018, and like it never snows like that. I was halfway up the car, and there was one guy down the road from me. His wife was pregnant, so he hired a digger, a JCB, to come out, and he pushed all the snow. Blocked the whole estate so he could get his wife out to the hospital. So we were all stuck. We were stuck there for a week because the whole country shuts down when we have snow because we can't deal with it. But yeah,
I don't think the UK are lazy. Or you're still up in Ireland, of course, but I think the UK when you get snow, like it's people in the UK are lazy. I'll be so for real. Trains don't work. This weather's terrible. Let me not start, because that'll be a whole nother stream in itself.
Yeah.
But yes, I think that does conclude our questions, unless there's anything both of you two want to add in respects of Kurncy, Silverscript, or anything else that you have coming up. Maybe a little bit alpha and what you think is going to be coming up very, very soon.
Maybe I can, regarding the first question. So that's an interesting point, is why could a merchant be scared of accepting a cryptocurrency? And I would say that we say crypto, but it's for cryptography at first. It's not for cryptocurrency, you know? And so we shouldn't be afraid of that. We should embrace it. It's not the cryptography that it's dangerous. It's the way we use or not use it. And people attributed this naming for different reasons, for dog with at, for whatever. Just stick to your values. If you want, like myself, for example, I want everyone to be free and to be able to have the choice to use a centralized platform, have the choice to use a decentralized platform, hold my key, keep my key for let the custody of my key to someone else. I think it's, and even more lately where we're speaking about I'm talking for French regulation, but we're speaking about regulators being able to see your encrypted message before they have been sent, so surveillance basically. So I think it's really important that we take back our sovereignty on multiple different levels, including money. And I think I found my solution, and it probably is Kaspa, and I'm actively working on it so that everyone have the choice. That's my main line, I think.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot about something, Jay. It was Cassia, but now it's on Apple. KH or Kacha. When is it coming out on Android? I know I heard Felix talk about the Android's a bit of a pain because you have 8,000 different devices or something like that. Is that true? So it's a bit
more than that, actually.
Yeah. So is there any chance that would be on Google Play Store anytime soon?
So Catchat is not let's say Kasia main team production. It's a community member that created it. First, it's awesome. Like, a guy wanted to do something, he did it, and now it's open source and available for everyone to download and use. That's awesome. So when we will see an Android version, actually we have one Android version of Kasia. You can download it. It's not the best user experience for now, because it's not platform native. Don't want to be too technical, but it's not the form it is currently. It works, but it's not ideal. And hopefully in the future, we would make it ideal.
Sorry, Lev's an avid Apple hater.
Yeah, he has an Android as well. Yeah.
Although his BB phone, I'm pretty sure is Apple, I'm not mistaken. Maybe I didn't look at it properly, but yeah, fair enough. Actually, I've got one more question here then, as we're about to wrap up then. Just a generic question, like, can Kaspa replace Bitcoin? I think it depends on what aspect.
Technically.
Because you're talking about, it's like
exactly.
Bitcoin's the gold, right? So.
But yes,
yeah.
You can.
If you're thinking about Kaspa being utilized as a medium of exchange, then, I mean, technically it's already doing that. If it's store of value, then that's a different conversation entirely.
Well, it's different because the value of Kaspa itself.
Kaspa's value will become from the fact that it can be utilized as a kind of a medium of exchange, whereas Bitcoin is, you just hold it and it appreciates. There is always that conversation as well with Bitcoin. When it comes to when all the blocks are mined, because it hasn't got any transaction on the network, there's nothing going to subsidize the miners. There's no incentive to continue mining Bitcoin, holding up the security of the network. So why would you still be with it? That could potentially be a catalyst, if you will, that would cause the downward price action.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff going on about Lightning, and it's not Bitcoin, and I don't want to get into that or anything, but just do you think that Lightning, there's one good thing about it, is that it's being used in shops, like businesses, like it kind of, if that wasn't there, like that's kind of putting a wedge in the door for you guys to get in, is it? Like, because if that wasn't there, they wouldn't know about it at all. So Would you say that's a good thing about it? Kind of.
It helps us for sure. When we discuss with businesses on that subject, if they heard or they know Lightning, well, it's I already have a foot in the door. So that's one thing. And the other one was Wallet Connect Pay. I don't know if you saw that a couple of weeks ago, earlier this year. So with Wallet Connect, they did a deal with Ingenico, which is a French business. Izio, I don't know if you are aware, but Ingenico, which is one of the biggest transaction payment system provider, the TPS, so the one that any business has right now to accept Visa, MasterCard, Tap to Pay, or whatever. So they made a deal with them to integrate Wallet Connect Pay, which is their new product. And right now it's, and we talked about it earlier, it's a QR code. So with Wallet Connect, you can pay on in businesses that accept, of course, and has already their Ingenico TPS systems. But that's another thing that does help us when we discuss with businesses on accepting crypto assets, not only Kaspa, but stables and maybe others. They have references. They can be they know they may know that it already happens elsewhere. So it does help us for sure.
Yeah, brilliant. Sorry, Roman, one more thing for yourself. Geez, I'm about to go. Oh yeah, you were dealing with a businessman who works for energy companies in Canada. Is it BD or something like that? Is he still? He's still not known. He still wants to remain like anonymous kind of thing. He wanted to work with Nexus. Was it for energy companies or?
So the first time I listened to his work, it was on this podcast. So I have absolutely no idea what he does. He wants to stay private. He's working for Nexus. He's been the guy actually that went to Taiwan to visit a manufacturer there. And yeah, he's speaking a lot with businesses. To understand the need, to understand the rhetoric too, like the question we had. I'm afraid that I accept the crypto. Could I be seen as a scam? That's valid question, and many businesses have, at least from our quiz we made, we have this kind of feedback. It's a recurring feedback we have, but it's not specific to business. It's specific to society most likely, and so yeah. I'm not sure where I'm going with my explanation, but bottom line, I'm not sure what it does daily. It's not my business, but yeah, it's working actively to make this device real, at least.
Brilliant.
Well, that being said, I think that does now finally conclude all questions and stuff for this week's episode 7 of Blockchain Banter at Internet Speed. As a final point here, from Banana Republic, and I do care to agree with this as well, Kaspa is the only tech in the entirety of this industry that will be the most well prepared for quantum, the AI boom, all while staying true to Bitcoin's initial intended ethos. I think that is a very nice way to summarize currently the mission that Kaspa is on, and the difference that sets it apart from everything else in this space. That's why we stay working, be it for spreading content and information like myself and Jer, building up the utility elements with Kurncy, or inner workings in core, what Izio is doing right now, Civil Scripts. Good stuff. Great stuff indeed.
Will you guys come back and talk to us in the future?
100%.
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay, well, we'll be seeing you both then very, very soon. That being said, family, thank you all for tuning into this week's Blockchain Banter. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Leave a like on our channel, share with your friends, subscribe for more. Thank you very much, Felix, and thank you very much, Izio, both of you two, for taking your time out today. You both were incredible. We learned a lot, and we'll hear a lot more soon as well, I'm sure. That being said, have a great day, people.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you all in the next one. Take care.
Bye.